Spotlight on Frazee is sponsored by these community-minded businesses and organizations. United Community Bank, an independent, family-owned and operated bank committed to empowering customers to achieve their financial goals. Member FDIC. Frazee Family Foods, what a hometown grocery store should be. Friendly staff, family-owned, and a wide variety of groceries to fulfill your needs. The City of Frazee and Frazee Event Center, featuring a 5,000 square foot room, a built-in stage, and a full-service bar, perfect for a multitude of events. Call or click to book your event.
Hi, I'm Karen Downing, and this is Spotlight on Frazee. Well, I get to visit with Denise Fett again today.
I love this.
Denise, before we get started, because you have an event coming up, I want you to tell us just briefly what it is that you do.
Okay. So I'm Denise Fett, and I'm an advanced funeral planner. So what that means is I sit down with people, and we plan for your final wishes. What is important about that, it benefits you and your family. So it brings the person peace of mind, but also that family to know what you want, because some families don't talk about that. So we would have that in our file. And then it also gives the person control of what they want for their final wishes, funeral service, all the things. And the second, and I think it's really a big piece of this, is the funding.
Right.
Money is put into a protected fund. And what does protected mean? It means it's in a fund, there's growth on it, but as we all know, when people possibly go into a long-term facility, you self-pay. And when you can't, thankfully we have medical assistance that comes in and takes care of our needs and our cares. However, then there's no money left for that funeral service or whatever you choose for end of life. So this money nobody can touch, including medical assistance. So that is very important.
That's the point right there, isn't it? Yep. And I know personally of people who've run into problems there at the end, not quite understanding how that all works.
Right. And then it's hard for family, loved ones, or whoever you leave in charge of your final arrangements of what to do. Either they don't know or they don't have the funds. So that's.
Funds is a big issue. It really is. Yep. I just wanted to mention, too, that in the last couple of years, I lost my father and my husband lost his mother. And they both had gone in and pre-planned.
Oh, they had?
Yeah, they had. So we had just this, of course, there were decisions still to be made.
Right.
But we sat down and they had the basics of their wishes. They had all the finances in order. And I remember, especially my father's, which was a couple years ago, we left there, and as upsetting as it is to lose someone, especially a parent, I just left there in peace. I just thought, wow, I just really appreciate that. Yeah.
And when you say that, I have many people that come in after, especially after a parent passes away, and the daughter or son or couple will come in and they'll say, you know, we just had Mom's funeral. Everything was planned. I am so thankful because it actually allows them to grieve in a healthy way rather than having to make, it can be 100 decisions that have to be made at the time. Or they'll come in and they'll say, Mom or Dad died, we had the funeral, but we didn't know what they wanted. We do not want to leave that for our children. We don't want all of that unknown and no funds. So I've seen it both ways where people come in and they understand the importance of having plans in place.
Absolutely. And I know I have a very dear friend who recently lost her mother. And she called me up and she was frantic. Karen, we lost Mom last night. And as difficult as that was in the midst of all that, she says, and I have no idea what to do next. Tell me what to do next. And I don't know how you know, I'm going to pay for all of this. And but well, you know what? She contacted the funeral home that her mother was going to use and found out that her mother had done pre-planning.
Oh my goodness.
She had money already set
up.
She even had written down basic things that she wanted.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Within that meeting, she left in tears saying, wow, this really helps. So.
And I should mention, I serve 4 funeral homes. So Fury Funeral Home in Frazee, David Donahauer, and West Coast in Detroit Lakes, and then Larson Funeral Home in Pelican Rapids. So the way to reach me would be through the funeral home. You can call and they will either transfer the call to me, or on my business card is a cell phone. They will give you my cell phone. Best way to reach me, because I do serve and move from place to place, and then you can reach me to make an appointment if that's something you want to do.
All right. So you have a special event coming.
I do.
Advanced planning and estate planning, too.
I know.
So you're actually, tell us about this event, and you're doing it with someone else, too, aren't you?
I am. So Tuesday, March 10th, it'll be right here. We're at Frazee Care Center, Frazee Assisted Living right now, and it'll be in the assisted living side. There's a little dining area, and we'll be sitting there. We'll have coffee and cookies. It is to come and listen to the benefits of what I just spoke about with pre-planning, but I'm going to have Tom Winters from Winters Law Firm here to speak on estate planning. We have spoke alongside of each other before, and he's very good at what he does with the estate planning, whether it's wills, trust, you have questions about estates, who to leave what to, all the things that go with that. He will speak, but then answer any questions. The other thing that Tom does is he will offer a first-time appointment free of charge. So, where are you going to get that?
That's for sure.
I know.
And that side of it can be very intimidating. There's a lot of people who have never talked to an attorney before, and to think of it as like, what do I need to bring? I don't even know what I need, what I need to bring with me, what I need to ask. I don't know how much it's going to cost. I don't know if I can afford that. Maybe it's not a good time right now, and then it gets pushed off.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I think that first appointment, really nice to have that given to a person, because those are the questions. And people think, well, do I have a will or do I get a trust? Because they've heard both.
Right.
Well, that's where you're going to go in and personally find out what you need for your circumstances.
Right. So give me a little idea of what he's actually going to talk about on that day.
He does. He talks about wills. One time, I just get a kick out of this, he asked the audience, he said, what age do you think is good to get a will made? And a couple people answered correctly. And it was, yes, about my age. He's in his late 40s, I think. So it's when you have young children.
Right.
Because he said, if my wife and I would, for some reason, be in, probably an accident, and they both would die, what's going to happen with those children?
That's right.
So many people, when they come into me, they will say, oh, we're doing all the things. We're having a will made. We're having our end of life things. We're getting the plot. We're doing all these things. And I never say anything at that time, but I always think of Tom Winters saying, when is the time to have that will? And it's much younger, because you think of that at this age, later in life when you're planning for funeral, now your kids are growing.
Right.
So it's important when you're younger.
At the same time, once you get to our age and even older, if you don't have anything planned, if you don't have a will or anything, it's not too late, is it?
No, it's never too late. And it just helps, again, it helps the family. So what I do is important for family. What Tom does is important for family, so they know what to do. Whether it's, maybe they don't even have a house anymore, but there are other things to make a decision on. Or there's the family farm. What are we going to do with the farm?
Right.
So he will talk about that, but a lot of conversation that he has is actually conversation, and people ask questions, and so you learn a lot from what other people ask as well.
That's right. Right. Well, I would think that you stay fairly busy with your job.
I do. People find out different ways, like I say, when they have a loved one pass away, or from seminars like this, they find out, oh, I didn't know about that, or from friends. So, yeah, it is, yeah.
And I think it would be a really enjoyable job for all the people that you get to interact with, and be an answer to big questions.
I love the job. I'm sitting across the desk from people serving a purpose and something that I believe in and is that important. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you were interested in joining us March 10th at the Frazee Assisted Living, you can call Fury Funeral Home and leave your name. Otherwise, the number to RSVP is 218-203-8288. That is a company that's helping us. They take the reservations, and we do need RSVPs.
Very nice.
Okay?
Yep, so make sure you RSVP, and you don't want to miss this event. Like we said, doesn't matter what your age, but don't think you shouldn't do it if you're in your 40s.
Right, right.
But don't give up if you're in your 70s.
Exactly, or beyond.
Or beyond, yeah. Well, thanks for joining us today, Denise.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. This has been Spotlight on Frazee. Let's keep Frazee moving forward.